Sounds like my theme music by now. We are just 23 days away from the Olympic Games in London. As you know, I recently traveled to London. We've been bringing you a lot of the preparations that have been going on in the Olympic City, showing you the behind the scenes as they prepare for this enormous world pageant. But to my great advantage, I traveled to England with an Englishman. And I also wanted to show you some of Tim Pamplin and my excellent British adventure.
So welcome to the Olympic City 2012. We're coming to you from London.
Tim, you and I have traveled all over the world together, but I think you'll allow this was a very different kind of assignment for us because it was you showing me your home.
Quite right, Devin. I do try to keep a neutral eye on the events we cover, but I really did want to make sure that you and our viewers saw the real Great Britain, not just the kind of London that most tourists end up at.
Well, a city, of course, is made up of its people. So we started in Tim Pamplin's London, and we ran into a beautiful array of people there. Everyone from the wonderful street guitarist that I could have talked to all day.
If you're going to sit here and play music, it's got to be of a reasonable standard or you will look like a clown. And I'm not a clown and I'm not a beggar. I'm a musician, so it goes in. They can't close their ears. So what goes in, you've got to make it reasonable.
Right, this was right outside of Marble Arch. What a wonderful chap, a great highlight of our London stay, especially compared to the woman we tried to interview at Speaker's Corner.
People are sick of foreigners.
Now, Speaker's Corner is a special area of Hyde Park. It goes back centuries, where people can come to discuss, well, argue really,
argue,
the issues of the day. What Americans might call a First Amendment free-for-all. They do this every Sunday morning, which happened to be the day we arrived, so a little bedraggled, weary from the transatlantic red-eye.
This is London. With or without the Olympics.
This woman was railing against all of the immigrants coming into London, and she seemed to think you, Devin, was just one more ugly foreigner she didn't need to be dealing with.
And what business is that to you? You're an American. Mind your own business.
Yes, that was a special way to start things off. We did see all of the great sights in London, which means we spent a lot of time in London's notorious traffic.
And it's backed up over here as well. You have to pay a congestion fee to drive in this part of town.
And we did what Tim insists we do every trip, no matter where we go.
Absolutely right, of course, Devin. We try to find a good Indian restaurant.
Well, welcome to Millbank Spice in Central.
Fortunately, in London, there's one about every half mile or so.
Chicken tikka masala is, I think, the most popular dish now, right? In London.
It is. Chicken tikka masala is the #1 dish.
Even non-Indian restaurants serve chicken tikka masala.
You go to a chip shop and you can get a curry and chips.
Man, we did get to see the miraculous makeover in Stratford. This is the portion of East London that until now was mostly warehouses and canals. Today, it is the sparkling center of the Olympic experience, home to the new stadium and the aquatic center they call the Stingray. It is really quite a transformation. But Tim was insistent that London is not the same as England.
Quite passionate about this fact, Devin. I thought it was extremely important that we get out of the capital city. We make our way to the real England, the countryside, the one I know, the one I love and grew up in. So I took Devin 50 miles up the M11, first stop Cambridge, where in this market square we met this splendid chap. Spent some time in Detroit, he says, back in the 60s, and is most appreciative for one thing he learned while he was in the D.
And what a luxury in those days to have ice with your drinks.
You've caught on to that sense.
Oh, yeah, we've caught, thank heavens.
But that was where he had to end our conversation because, as he put it, it was now the cocktail hour. By the way, it was about 11:30 in the morning.
Don't judge, Devin. Then we made our way to Bury St Edmunds, where I arranged for my literary companion to spend the night in the bed once favoured by Charles Dickens. Yes, that Charles Dickens.
Easily one of the highlights of the trip, Tim. I woke up feeling like a better writer.
No time to sit around here. We continued north to where the sheep seem to outnumber the people, all the way to Derbyshire in the Peak District to take in an English football game.
Nothing quite like English football.
Between the game, the farmers' markets, and the restaurants, and the town pubs, and the driving, and the majestic scenery, I think Devin got a taste of the Britain I know.
It was just lovely, and for me, a trip worth singing about. The Thursday night singing group at that particular pub. I got to sleep in Charles Dickens' bed. I will be indebted to Tim forever. You can get up to speed on the Olympics before they get underway on our website at clickondetroit.com. And of course, we are so delighted to be the place where you can watch this year's Summer Olympic Games. 23 days away.
Wow. Well, you were all over the place in your trip there, I see, and I love the favorite part was the greeting that you received from that woman there.
In Speaker's Corner.
So welcoming.
We'd only been in the country about an hour and a half, and that was what happened. That was funny.